Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your December general overview reading. This is for the month of December. We are currently in Sagittarius season, so there is an all new energy in play right now. I feel like this message is going to cover part of that new moon that we just had in the sign of Scorpio. I feel like that was a catalyst for a major transformation that is taking place right now and continuing to play out for a bit. So we will see what shows up. First card that shows up is Aquarius energy, and this is a beautiful energy to start this reading. This is your energy. So there does talk about some major transformation that is taking place along with a healing I'm feeling. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Swords. I am feeling this is healing from a heartbreak. That's just the energy I'm getting. I'm just gonna, for whatever reason, I felt like that's it. Stop. So I do feel like there is some need to, or some process happening, some transformation taking place, a healing that's taking place in regards to um, a heartbreak, some sort of heartbreaking situation that happened in the past, maybe something that got exposed during that new moon. Could be something that's getting exposed in the upcoming full moon. We'll talk about that more when we get to those readings. But right now, I am seeing something really going through a major transformation. Pluto is in your sun sign in the house of Aquarius, so there is a transformation that's taking place. There's no doubt about that. I've talked many times about the energy of what Aquarius age is going to look like, integrity being the wave of the future, innovation being a big part as well. There's a lot of shifts and changes when it comes to humanity as a whole. So let's keep moving. Let's see what we got. You're showing up front row and center in your reading. So there's feels to me like something big happening within one's self. Take what resonates, release what doesn't. Please don't forget to like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if these readings resonate with you. I do appreciate that. Reciprocation of energy. Thank you so much. All right, next card that's coming up is the Hermit. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that because there are two major arcana cards starting out this reading. That's pretty significant. This is talking about a major transformation, a major shift and change in your life. Major arcana cards are big life experiences. The minor arcana cards just really fill in some detail about the transformation or about the change or about the energy flowing through. But to start off with two major arcana cards, this does give me the energy of somebody really going within, doing some soul searching, seeking higher wisdom, being enlightened. There is a discovery that is taking place as a result of this. We got the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So somebody is really doing some shadow work, I'm feeling. They're really going within and like I feel putting the effort, time, energy, and effort into ascending, enhancing their life, developing or growing, evolving who they are as a person is how I'm feeling because you're showing up front row and center in within this reading. So I do feel like that is a big theme that is showing up already for you. Let's see what next cards want to come out. The next card is the Seven of Cups. So that would explain a lot, right? With the Seven of Cups, I feel like there could have been a lot of confusion, a lot of distorted energy. Maybe this is something you're going within. King of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Ooh, okay. So this is about mastering something. I feel like whatever this ascension is for you, this higher learning, this enlightenment is for you, I feel like you're mastering Um, I feel it in several ways because when we see the King of Wands, it can be in the action you're taking, the passion that you have for a situation, your drive, your ambition, something like that. But I'm also feeling a creative energy with this. I'm feeling, I don't know why, but I keep hearing loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. So there could be something around loyalty, maybe, that's kind of like something that's coming up for you. Maybe you could have been confused or emotionally vulnerable or something. Emotionally, I just feel like there could have been, maybe it was something, an emotional attachment you had to something that projected out a lot of distorted, confusing energy. That sort of is the vibe I'm getting with all of this. Not everything is as it appears. That's, I'm kind of feeling that energy as well. So be mindful of that. I'm seeing Venus in here. So I do feel there is this connection, something to do with the timing, and the key to unlocking some doors for you that are meant to be open for you. Maybe you were confused about these doors or misguided when it came to offers and opportunities, that sort of energy. Next card that shows up, another major arcana card. This is the Hierophant. This is Taurus energy. Can be in regards to your work, the money you earn from the job that you work. I'm not really feeling that vibe though. I'm feeling like there is some sort of distorted energy that was surrounding a blessing, is how I'm feeling. Bottom of the deck, Emperor, another major arcana card. There feels like a mask is coming off in a situation. And that can be where you are now able to see clearly what's in these cups. Like I'm feeling this energy of a shift and a change, no longer emotionally distorted or confused, is how I'm feeling. So this could have even been within a relationship, a connection. It doesn't have to be, you know, like your intimate relationship. Any relationship. It could be friends, family, coworkers, whatever this was. But it feels like somebody was trying to distort your energy from seeing clearly about an something, a blessing I'm feeling, an opportunity I'm also feeling. So, if this was a coworker, just, who was a frenemy disguised, like I'm getting a frenemy for whatever reason, who was trying to distort your energy into believing that something wasn't for you or something like that, or a blessing wasn't for you, an opportunity wasn't for you. I kind of feel that's about to be exposed, is how I'm feeling. Let's keep moving. Oops, here we go. Next card, and this popped right out. Look, four major arcana cards out of five. This is a big deal. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Wands. So that card did pop right out, and it popped out. So this is a completion. This is an end of a cycle. Something is done. Something is over, right? We did just have, this is Scorpio energy. We did just have, and I knew I was picking up right away that we're still feeling, and I'm sure I'm not the only one out here feeling like we're still feeling the transformation of that new moon, where we can see things shifting, changing, things being brought to light, things being exposed, that sort of thing. I feel this is the case. I feel like if you have been confused about something, some sort of confusion I'm feeling, not able to see clearly about something, because there was something that was, I feel, that was playing a role in that, right? Like there was something that was helping the confusion to like stick, and I don't feel like that's going to stick any longer. With this Three of Wands, this is talking about moving forward. This is talking about somebody who is moving. Look at this card. See all the turbulent water, right? But in front of this person is that calm water. This person is leaving this emotionally turbulent energy, behind. They're making a choice and a decision. They're taking their power back and they're heading towards the sun. There is a completion. Something is over. Someone has been stuck for a long time, not able to see clearly the way forward, the way out. And it's all been as a result of Seven of Swords, a deceptive a deceptive energy behind the scenes, creating confusion, they've just, there's been an external, I feel, energy that's just been creating smoke and mirrors, like creating an illusion, something that wasn't real. Could have had someone stuck for a very long time because somebody couldn't see it. I do feel like they're seeing it now. Next card that shows up. I did pick up on this, something to do with work, and look what shows up. Eight of Coins. That is about work. That's about where you focus your time, energy, and effort. This is some, wow, Magician at the bottom of the deck, another major arcana card. Somebody is manifesting something, an opportunity, a choice that is going to bring balance and wish fulfillment into their life, along with a lot of abundance. And whatever this distorted energy is, whatever this underhanded, sneaky, behind the scenes, trying to get away with something, trying to cause confusion, delusion, that sort of thing. Like, this is an energy I kind of feel it's going to be zapped right out of your aura, right out of your energetic field. I wouldn't put too much time, energy, and focus onto that. I would spend more time, energy, and effort into seeking truth, seeking clarity, finding peace within, just like the hermit is saying, because this is where it's all going to change from there. There is the Five of Pentacles, and I do feel like this is where you were like left out of something. You were left out of, like, it just gives me whatever this is. It could have been you were left out of having support. You were left out of, and advancing. You've had to really go rise above a lot of chaos, karma. I said karma, but I'm feeling, I'll talk about that in a second. I feel like this is where you've had to really rise above a lot of conflict, challenges, drama, that sort of thing. I feel like that was all created in order to create an illusion when it comes to something. I feel like it's advancement in your work career. It does feel to me like this is where this energy is resonating. So please take what resonates, release what doesn't. Not every reading is going to be for you. You could check your other signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Those will give you additional information, and things like that. So I do feel like this is where you're seeing something where there was an intentional trying to cause confusion to leave you in lack, to leave you out of something, right? I feel like we're about to see a big shift in this energy. I can feel it from the energy over there where this cycle is complete. There is a transformation that is taking place. There is a blessing, a door of opportunity and blessing that's coming in. Look at this. We got we've seen the Seven of Swords. We have the Seven of Cups, and now we have the Seven of Wands. This is the Nine of Wands, but we did see the Seven of Wands, which is that rising above. This is an interesting, I love when I see this come up in this deck, because this is somebody who has really been beat down. This is somebody who's had to overcome. Let me try to get this to clear up the screen. There we go. This is somebody who has had to really overcome a lot of obstacles and challenges. And it is rare in any of the decks I have, and I have a whole entire library full of decks, where I see a Nine of Wands with a pentacle in it. And this Nine of Wands definitely has a pentacle standing right there. This is, and I did pick up on this energy of this affecting someone's money, resources, finances. I do feel like it's something to do with work. But the Nine of Wands talks about somebody having to really overcome a lot of battles, challenges, lack in certain situations and experience, whatever this is. But I'm feeling like this person is now, they're closing this cycle out. There's a transformation that's taking place, and they're putting those burdens behind them. They're, I feel, resting, rejuvenating, recharging their batteries. they're catching their breath before. I feel like they already have their power in their hand when I see this with the him holding the Ace of Wands. They just haven't acted on that yet. They haven't initiated that movement forward, but I do feel it's coming. I feel after a time of, like I said, resting, recharging, rejuvenating, catching their breath for a second, so to speak. And when this energy stands up, when this cycle is closing out, when this energy stands up, they're going to be standing on that Ace of Pentacles, which is that seed that planted, nurtured, nourished, will grow and prosper, right? Bottom of the deck was the Nine of Cups. So, again, I am feeling there is a wish fulfillment that's coming through for you, Aquarius, after, as a result of or through the transformation of whatever this energy was. Let's see what other energies want to show up. Give us some clarity for this Hierophant. I feel like this is a blessing. So, there's a Five of Swords. That's interesting. The blessing is there. I feel like this is somebody. Wow. I was going to say, I feel like this is somebody overcoming a challenge, and it feels like a verbal challenge, like a challenge of, like if somebody spread a bunch of lies and everybody decided to run, act, and make choices and decisions based on those sort of things, this feels to me like that challenge, you will overcome that challenge, right? And be blessed as a result of overcoming that challenge. And remember that Ace of Wands I was talking about? There it is. There's the Ace of Wands. Somebody is going to move. They are going to take action. Look at this. I cannot. Uh, Wow. Here, let me just grab, because I'm looking underneath what was underneath the Ace of Wands, right? So we got the Ace of Wands to the Eight of Cups. This is like somebody's taking action. They're moving away. They're done investing their time, energy, and effort into like emptiness, nothing. There's a queen under and moving forward towards the victory and success. They're cutting something off. They see clearly. This is your energy again, the Queen of Swords. This is somebody who is about ready to take action. They're going to overcome whatever this is. So, again, just take care of yourself through this process. It doesn't all happen overnight. This does feel to me, though, somebody is really going to heal. They're going to come out of this feeling stronger, wiser. They're going to recognize the blessings in disguise from whatever this mess was that went down. There's the Four of Coins. Somebody has been trying to block something for you. um, I feel it's not only something that affects you on your material, right? On your material, like your finances, your resources, but on your emotional level as well. This could be somebody who really invests time, energy, and effort into and like I feel like you work hard and invest through not only for material or monetary gain, but for emotional satisfaction as well. Like it feels like like aligning with someone's soul calling, right? With their heart and their soul, their mission, their purpose in this lifetime is. And it feels to me like you've just had some energy around you that just didn't like your shine, intimidated by your shine, something like that. This is coming to an end. There it is, popped out again. Queen of Swords. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Coins. There's that Ace of Coins that's underneath there. So this does feel like maybe when you're going through it, you don't necessarily see it as a blessing in disguise. I feel like it's a blessing in disguise because I kind of feel like it's aligning you with where you're really going to thrive, grow, ascend, evolve, align with not only what you're passionate about, but where you can, I just feel, grow as a result of having a better support system, being more aligned with your team, or something like that is how this is feeling to me. That Queen of Swords, she also is giving me the energy of she's about ready to bring that sword down. And I feel like that sword is the sword. We all know that sword is the sword of truth, right? She's about to bring some truth and clarity to a situation. I kind of feel like her on her way out the door, right? It's almost like just here, let me just drop this on you on my way out the door, and then it just totally like brings something down. I'm feeling like the lies get brought down, the conflict wherever that stemmed from gets caught up in this. So let's go on to these are the energies from the universe about what it would like you to know as far as support and guidance throughout this transit, this shift, this experience, whatever it is for you. And the first card that comes up for you is self worth and elevate. So I do feel, like I said, I feel this is a blessing in disguise for you. You get what you believe you deserve. It's time to raise your standards. That's what I feel that Queen of Swords is doing. And if you've watched me for any amount of time, I'm always, always calling out the Queen or the King of Swords. To me, I feel like that is the last realm people master before they go into emperor empress energy, that sort of mastery. And I feel that way because typically throughout life, like we learn to master different realms. Like the cups is the realm of emotions, feelings, relationships. Fire is passion, drive, ambition. um, Earth is physical things, money, resources, things we value. And the swords is the mind, right? The thoughts, the mind. And I feel like that is the biggest and the most challenging realm to master, being able to master the realm. I mean, the realm of the mind, right? And once you can do that, along with those other, having mastered those other three, that brings you into the master level of emperor energy, empress energy, that sort of thing. If you watch tarot, right? You know what you know. So anyhow, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Next card that comes up is shine. Like I said, somebody didn't like you shining. There it is. There's that energy, is again Aquarius energy with the star. Don't dim your light. The world needs your unique talents and gifts. Shine brightly. That's right. If you're too bright for some people, they can put their sunglasses on or look a different direction. Simple as that. You cannot dim your light to appease other people, right? To keep other people comfortable, that sort of thing. That's not what you're here for. I don't see that's what you're going to be doing. I feel like there is going to be a serious shift and change, or there is one that's taking place, a major transformation right now. Move with the energy, breathe through this. This is, you keep moving forward. Reassess is the next one. I do feel this always when I pull this card is Gemini energy, for because of the twins. So I always feel that to be Gemini energy. You have the right to change your mind. Again, there's that mind energy, right? Like I feel you're mastering the realm of the mind. This is a very big ascension if this is what is happening for you right now, because that is um, one of the most challenging realms to master is that realm of the mind. So you have the right to change your mind. I do feel like that is what's taking place for you. Again, I kind of feel like you are going to cut something off quite quickly. I feel something abrupt. I definitely know that Queen of Swords, she does not play. When she reaches the point to where when she sees something clearly, she knows what needs to go. When you even come to the Queen or the King of Swords, you want to come correct or don't come at all, because they will sever and disconnect anything that is not true, authentic, genuine, that sort of thing. So, sovereign is the next energy. Beautiful. You are the queen of your life. Treat yourself like royalty. Absolutely. Right? This is knowing your worth, knowing your value. That's what that Queen of Swords is doing. I can feel it. I'm telling you, and those energies are nothing to play with. When they're on the up and up, like them are nothing to play with. And even if they're not, even if a low vibe, you don't really play with those kind of energies. You shouldn't play with any kind of energy. But like a queen, like this queen is upright, so she's doing the right thing. If this queen was in reverse, this would be a ruthless energy. They would be they would use that sword, right? That communication, conversations, information, and they're just ruthless. They will take it and destroy anything they could get their hands on. This is somebody who's taking the sword of truth, and they're doing the right thing with it. They're speaking the truth. They're doing the right thing with their energy. So let's see what wants to show up next. I feel a lot of cards want to come out, but I'm only looking for one. So bring me one more. Thank you. Focus, right? Focus. My absolute yes list. This says if you focus on what you don't want, there's a good chance you might get it. Focus on what you do want instead. And this is what this Queen of Swords is doing. She's seeing the truth for what it is. She's not playing with nobody. No one's going to be playing with her. She's going to go based on fact, truth, clarity, and she's going to do what's right, fair, and just. She is going to bring that sort of truth down. I kind of feel like it's going to be brutal to someone who's, and I feel like whoever feels the brutality of that sword coming down is going to be the energy that was distorting energy, speaking lies, distorting energy, causing confusion, that sort of thing. The next card that comes up, and these are from the Heart Oracle affirmation deck. This is just some inspiration for you throughout the month. I accept I cannot save everyone. I choose to help those who are open to assistance. Yep, I can see that through this reading. Absolutely. So, yeah, you're not going to be saving somebody who's not right, fair, just, somebody who just wants to cause problems because it makes them feel better about themselves. I don't know why that is, but anyhow, we're going to keep going. The next card that comes out, it says, I am a conscious creator of the energy around me. And this is what that Queen of Swords is looking all about doing. She's about aligning and looking at what's surrounding her, because like as a queen, right, let's just look at it, we did see royalty too, right? So imagine being the ruler of your castle, of a queen of something, a king of something, anything like that, right? They know that you let energies in that cause confusion, chaos, disruption, conflict, anything like that. It's only going to be a matter of time before things really start going downhill, right? When these kings or queens show up and they see that kind of mess or that kind of activity, they cut it off because they know if they don't, it's only going to be a matter of time before it spreads. It's like, yuck. No. So they're going to cut it off at the source. They're going to eliminate that out of the energy, out of their aura, whatever this is. So somebody is really looking at the energies that are surrounding them and if they will be making the cut is how I'm feeling. So it is what it is. So let's see. What other messages want to come out from the heart? This is from the heart affirmations. Let's see what other energies want to show up. What other energies want to show up? Oops. What other energies? Oops. Okay. Next card that comes out says, my mind is open to new experiences that will transform my life. I cannot make this stuff up. I have said this through this entire reading. Somebody is going through a transformation. They are ascending. They are mastering the mind. This is what they are doing, and it's showing right up for you. So, yay. I love this for you. Let's see what other energies want to show up for you, Aquarius. Again, this reading is a general reading for the month of December. If you're looking for a personal reading, all my contact information is in the description box below. You can schedule personal readings at my website, tarottalkwithpenny.com. And let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. All right, what other messages? Show us what other messages Aquarius needs to know for the month of December. What other messages do you want Aquarius to know? Oops, for the month. I'm going to just pull them. I wasn't going to because there was too many, but I'm going to. So 4 messages fell out for you. I am blessed, a living and loving expression of the internal eternal union. I am blessed, a living and loving expression of the eternal union. So this is you coming together. I feel like it's like aligning, and that blessing is you connecting to your north node, to your life's purpose, is just giving me that energy. The next card that comes up is says, I experience love in all its beautiful glory. And I do feel like looking back on whatever this situation is, like you'll look at it through a different lens where you'll kind of, I get the vibe where you'll really recognize that had this not all taken place, you may have just stayed in a certain situation or settled for less. It's giving me the settled for less. I kind of feel like because of this situation, you were kind of, you know, being guided into a new direction. And then the next card that comes out is I release old burdens and expectations of love. I am free to choose with confidence. And I feel like that Queen of Swords is definitely choosing something. She's choosing to bring that sword down and cut something off. I can see it. That transformation is like, I feel she is empowered with whatever this transformation is. And the very last message out of this is I create positive actions through the cycle of change. I could not have made this up. I love this for you, Aquarius. Yes, 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 right? A true a true high vibrational Aquarius knows it's not just about them. They know that healing, assisting, guiding people to heal, anything like that, that is for the greater good, is just the wave of the future. Like I said, Aquarian age is about integrity, it's about authenticity, it's about healing, it's about innovation. There's so many things that are going to be changing because we've spent all of our lifetime living in Piscean age, which is a whole different vibe than Aquarian age. And people are either going to learn to elevate and to the higher frequency of Aquarian age, or I just feel like they're not. I'm just going to leave that at that. But I'm sure if you know anything about that sort of stuff, you know how that's going to go down. So, anyways, Aquarius, this is the message that I have for you. I do hope it serves you well. I thank you for taking the time to join me on this, to listen to this message today. And please don't forget to leave me a comment, and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you. Have a great day. I send you love and light.